It is absolutely no secret that you and I like Lego minifigures. There's a saying that if it doesn't have a figure, it's not really why. It's kind of why I don't buy helmets, mini scales, even dioramas. Although some dioramas do include minifigures, I just haven't ventured in that because of the lack of minifigures in a few of the sets. But also, the thing about minifigures is that they're so valuable and collectible, they can skyrocket in price, like the 2014 Captain Rex that at one point in time went for over $300. Now, it's crazy asking prices. Cloud City Boba Fett from 2004 going for $2,000. It's crazy. And that's where custom companies come in here, like GCC, who made this. We get variations of clones that Lego wouldn't produce exactly how Lego would produce if they produced it today, with maybe just some slight improvements like arm printing, giving them cloth capes, and they come with this is the 501st Airborne. And they definitely aren't cheap or even remotely affordable. When Lego makes an Airborne Trooper, generally when that sets on shelf, it's affordable to just buy a bunch of Airborne Troopers versus buying some custom ones. But you do get some different legions, some different variations. This is the 501st one, but you can get 212th, Shock Trooper, whatever. And I bought these from Tom the Builder, and I think he's a great reseller of all of the major custom companies, and he does a really great job. I've gotten some really cool things from him. And I did get the cloth pieces separate, so they're pretty easy to put on, and they look pretty good. If it's an unnamed clone, generally doesn't have a headpiece, just a black head, which is, keeps it nice and affordable. I do like the extra armor pad. This is using the 212th Lego design, they redesigned it for the 501st, and I think it works really well. I like the different kind of straps. There's no, like I said, it's a cloth piece, so it's not printed on. It has each arm is a different print for this 501st, and just different little scratch lines symbolizing that it is this Airborne. I really like what they did. Like the little bits of blue and the white just looks really good on this Airborne. And we'll keep on theme with the clones for a little bit. Here with the second figure being Kix, the last survivor. Now he also only has a black head, doesn't have a head print, which is not the end of the world, not a bad thing. But being a medic, it looks really good. Maybe should have come with an accessory backpack. So I might buy one from Jonak to upgrade him a little bit. I like the blue around his visor, looks really good. Now, of course, he is the last surviving clone ever, as he got cryo-freezed looking into 5s before the end of the war, but he has his medic symbol on his right shoulder, and I like the blue around his elbows, just that little extra line there. Really liking what they did on the 501st Arrow, and GCC did a really good job with him. We're gonna move away from clones for just a minute, and we have a Padme in her episode 2 dress here, which I think variations of her that we've gotten, we haven't really gotten her the pregnancy one. GCC's made it, but as far as Lego often likes to reuse and use her Clone Wars, use her episode 2 Geonosis, and then use her disguise in episode 1, and not really go too far beyond that. Her Queen version has only been done once, and that one's $200, and they haven't done any of these other ones. But GCC made this an evening gown dress version, which I think they did a really great job. She has the accurate hairpiece and it has a printed on headpiece there as well that fits Padme very accurate. It's a very accurate Padme head that I think does a really great job. They use the new dress slope piece, and all the little details of the metallic on her dress is in there. It is very, very impressive, and then the rest of the line going up the center of her dress looks really good. I think they did a great job, and I'm glad to have added this to my collection. If you've played the game Jedi Fallen Order, you may have heard of Purge Troopers. Like all GCC, they don't come with weapons, which is fine. But this Purge Trooper, I think it's really good. I'm glad that GCC made it. I'm glad that Tom the Builder sells it and has been able to restock it. I think GCC did a great job. This is a trooper that I don't see ever doing. So having a company like GCC making these is very good. You got the Empire logo on both arms and this arm print. It has the comm link on there, like the clones do. The red eyes on the black helmet just looks so good. It's giving me Darth Maul vibes, but like the armor, it's pretty good. And can't wait to either make or buy a good weapon for him, and then create some dioramas with Cal Kestis that came in the Star Destroyer. I think this guy goes really well. Now, I didn't just buy and pick up from Tom Builder as a custom collector that I dabble in. I have a few other figures that I've grabbed. Now, I'm working on a mock for that's going to use my X Mansion, so I got a couple figures for that, being this Deadpool and Wolverine. Especially not having a fully printed, not the best version of Deadpool, just some cheap Chinese ones. Having this Deadpool that came from Firestar with his Deadpool and Wolverine costume and the gold, it also came with the gold guns and his cancer-ridden head, and I think he looks really good. I'm glad to have added him to my collection, and I'm excited to add him to the mock. It comes with the swords, which are dual molded printed and looking very accurate to the movie, and it goes in the scabbard really nicely. I really do like how it looks. I think Lego did, Firestar did a really good job with him. That he's got side leg printing, toe printing, every detail that you can think of is printed. It's definitely not printed like Lego would print, and it's very over printed, but I think for a Deadpool figure, I think having the extra shoulder straps and elbow pads and toe and knee, I think all of that was necessary, and the side leg printing really just ties it all together. And in a sense where I don't think that this is a bad figure. He does have these gold guns, which feel a little more translucent to me, and especially in this light, and not the quality that the swords are, but I still feel like that they're consistent. And then I have to go with him this Wolverine skeleton with a nice receding hairline, Wolverine headpiece. You have the Wolverine printed adamantium skeleton, and I think I can really create this funny, humorous Easter egg, hopefully, in my Deadpool move. My X Mansion. And the last figure, if you haven't seen Skeleton Crew, this is one of the main characters that was not included in the set, so I had to buy it to add it to my set. I will be discussing a little more on this guy in the review coming very shortly, but it was kind of a shame that Lego did not add him, and I think this version, well, is the only available one right now, and I think that it was one that I just had to do. He's got very intricate arm printing. He's got the little peg leg that also has a printing above it, like very printed. Firestar does a great job with their customs. And if you want something beyond clones and just really interesting characters, go to Firestar. They're European based, but they're really a very good company that I love to support. I love to buy their products because I'm never disappointed by anything that I've bought from them. But it looks really good, and I can't wait to add it to my Onyx Cinder when I review that. But that's going to do it for today. These are all my figures. Let me know right down in the comments which one is your favorite. Drop it down below. I got another video you're going to want to check out right over here.